Hey there. Start here. I hope you guys had a happy holidays. I hope you're getting all your New Year's resolutions in order, because New Year's is going to sneak up on us here. Had a great holiday myself. I am overstuffed on on holiday food, and we finally sort of cleaned out all the leftovers over the last few days. But yeah, anyways, this is going to be quick. I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. I don't have a whole lot of time, but as you can see, I did get rank 1 against the Abominable Snowbeast, the Yeti of unknown origin. Here's the team that I used, and it was kind of an accidental rank 1. I honestly, I haven't had time to like really look at this boss. I haven't looked at any other clears. Apparently there's like, 101 different clear teams out there. This boss is not particularly difficult. The AI is very simplistic. As long as you have strong enough units to hit that damage cap and finish out the fight, and obviously the EX levels to go with it, it's kind of a gimme, which is unusual because it is the last boss of the season, the last of the year. It's typically the hardest boss of the year, but Gumi decided to give us a Christmas present this year and make this one a little easier. This is the team I did it with. I just kind of threw this team together. I honestly didn't think it was going to work. It did. Like I did my first, I just kind of ran through it one time and ended up getting a rank 1 score with it. So I was like, you know what, I'll stick with it. I don't know if this is going to be a common team composition that people are going to be able to use, but hopefully it's helpful for somebody out there. I did post it in my Discord, and someone asked if I would do a rank 1 with this team because they said they could make the EX level requirements with these units. So I'm going to do it for them. I'll show you the gear at the end, just make sure everything goes well. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be 15 turns. Could potentially get it done in 12 turns, but this boss is not really particularly threatening. It follows a very standard 3-turn rotation, and so we're just going to get it done. So let's get in there, show you the gear at the end, as long as everything goes all right. All right, so Elena, of course, is going to be our magic tank. This boss deals nothing but magic damage, non-elemental, ice, and earth magic damage. So Elena is, of course, geared for bulk and for ice and earth resistance. Okay, so she's going to start just by doing her cover, sanctuary for all of the racial mitigations. With this power, I'll protect you for the ice, for the ice. What's that word where you raise your ice resistance, your resistance buff. All right, Sylvie's going to do Burgeoning Defense for 85% MIT, Elemental Vines for Earth Resist, Paladin's Resolve for Regen, and this is also just morale building. So Melissa's going to come in here and do Shared Immunity for the Ailment Resist. The boss does, I think, Stone and Paralyze, so you got to make sure you're resistant to those two. Chronic Flow, of course, for Morale Fill, Parasol Shield for the human, for the beast mitigation. So Elena provides human and demon mitigations, and then Melissa provides the beast mitigation. So our whole party is basically covered with beast, demon, and human mitigations, because there are some uncoverable magic attacks that you do have to be aware of. Hio is going to go ahead and do Crimson Undermine, Refined Stance, and we're going to say Blaze Weapon for the next one. And let's do Breaker Claw. All right, just to hit the boss. We're gonna do with 2B. We're gonna shift to Brave Shift. I started her in normal because it has the one of the materials with the mitigations, the racial mitigations, so that she has that. I'm not sure if it's totally necessary, but I did it just in case. Avoid, double True Charge Blade for the Human Killer and the Morale Fill. Nora. Alright, Nora's going to come in and do Living for 2. She's going to do Enthundaga and Enfira, because you get a lot of Morale Fill for amping fire, lightning, or earth damage. And then she will do... we'll go ahead and do Magic Entrapment for the Imperil Field. Alright, so let's do that. Boom, boom. All right, so Hio is our dedicated breaker on this team. We'll use Melissa to basically rewind his, or to make sure that his brakes have full uptime. If your Melissa is only EX2, that's fine. It should still work with this rotation. If your Nora is EX3, then you'll just have to work around when her SLB is up and ready. You know, we'll get that figured out, right? Okay, on this turn, Nora, we'll go ahead and do Esoteric Lightning, Conqueror of Beasts for the Beast Killer to herself, and we'll do Enthandaga, Magic Entrapment. All right, and that should do some morale fill. 2B is going to just do triple true charge. Hio can do. We'll just do some chaining here. Sylvie is just going to do Elemental Vines, Petals, and Resolve. That's just purely for morale fill. Melissa is going to do Beast Killer on Hio, Human Killer on Hio, and Minutes of Might. Alright, Helena is going to do Benediction. Let's do Shelga and Kuraga, because she needs to heal herself up. Okay. And yeah, these guys can just chain it up. The boss still has defense and spirit buffs. The boss basically lowers its defenses every 3 turns. So turns on multiple of 3, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that's when you want to kind of gear up and hit the boss. So you see the uncoverable damage does very little to the team thanks to all the mitigations. There will be some turns where those hit a little bit harder, like when mitigations fall off and whatnot, but don't worry too much about that. All right, so we're going to do just a little chip damage here, okay? Triple true charge blade, so LB, LB, and Elena's LB is crucial here because that's going to maintain the typed mitigations for the party and for herself. We're going to shift Hio. I'm going to go ahead and do his LB. Okay, I'm not going to use Melissa's SLB on this turn, just in case yours is EX2. All right, and then we're going to do Beast Killer on 2B, Human Killer on Nora, and let's just do a shared immunity. That'll be fine, just to make sure we've got that maintained. Sylvie's just going to repeat. Let's do our attack and mag and our defense and spirit. Actually, Sylvie can go ahead and do some Demon Killer. Why not? She can put Demon Killer on Hio, and then we'll do we'll just do double Cheerful Paladin Strike for morale fill. I think that's all we really need to do. Okay. Alright, so we have all 3 of our killers covered. We've got Beast, Human, and Demon covered now. Alright, Hio is our strongest unit on the party, so he gets all the big buffs. 2B is still quite strong in this fight, as you'll see. But she really shines on the burst turn. Alright, so this should do maybe like 10%. We'll find out. So I'm going to do Nora, Hio, Elena, and then 2B, because 2B is just doing triple bolting strike. Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, not too bad. Not too bad. So the boss has 3 thresholds. One at 75%, 50%, and 25%. The one at 75% is the worst one, because he does a lot of magic attacks, including some uncoverable ones. Elena will almost certainly die when we push that threshold. When you push 50 and 25, all the boss does is put up some a full buff on himself. So those aren't nearly as bad. Okay, so we're going to do Melissa's SLB on Hio. Okay, he's going to come back. and do Crimson Undermine again. We'll go ahead and we don't really need to do Refined Stance because we have Nora. Nora does a 40% Fist and Peril on her LB, but if you don't have Nora, then go ahead and do Refined Stance here. Okay, and then he'll just hit the boss. Nora will do her SLB. Obviously, if your Nora is EX3, she would have done her SLB last turn, which is fine. It's not a big deal. She'll just, she would have done her SLB on turn 3 instead of this turn. 2B is going to do her LB, obviously for the mod boost to herself. Elena is going to guard because there's going to be a lot of non-elemental magic damage, and it's going to hurt. All right, it's going to hurt. So Elena definitely needs to guard on this turn to survive. All right, we're going to do Marion's Blessing Lightning to start the lightning ramp, because we're going to go lightning element on this one. You can see we've got good fire and lightning imperils thanks to Nora, because Nora does the fire, lightning, imperil field. But lightning is our strongest element on this team by far, because it has a 15% higher imperil. And so we are definitely going to do lightning on this one for our big burst turn. We're going to go ahead and do Paladin's Defense to make sure that Elena has good defense and spirit. Really just the spirit is all we care about. And then we'll do Clever Paladin Strike. I think that should be good, because we've got full morale, so we're good there. And yep, there we go. Yeah, the damage here is pretty inconsequential. I will say there is a chance that this team does not hit the damage cap. Normally it does, but I did have one run. I've only run this maybe like 3 or 4 times. Have not had enough time to really practice it. But there is a chance that the team doesn't hit the damage cap. There was one run where I did 4.9, but most of them I'm doing 5.1, 5.3, 5.4. So, if I don't hit the damage cap on this recording, I'm not going to go back and re-record it. I just don't have time. But trust me that this team can hit the damage cap as long as you have the proper gear for it. All right, 2B is now just going to do Tyvus' Spirit for the mod boost. Nora is going to do, all she needs to do is, we'll do Enthendaga, Enigma Wave, Magic Entrapment, and Tormented Torment for the 150 amp and the Mag Store. Make sure that's the last thing that you do. All right, Sylvie is going to do Poach Demon on Hio, and then what else should she do? What should she do? I would just do double Clever Paladin Strike. All right, Elena on this turn is going to shift. She's going to prepare for her burst. So she still has the mod boost from her normal LB. Okay, she'll do Grace of Procyon, Blessing of Sirius, and Crystal Echo. Melissa is going to do Beast Killer on Hio, Human Killer on Hio, and then she's going to do Curaga for Elena. Elena shouldn't take too much damage on this turn, but you want to be safe, right? Okay. So now we're going to do, with Hio, we're going to do Ultimate Flame. We are going to use his 150 Fire Amp. He is going to go dual element, so Blazing Brand, Ultimate Flame, and then just Breaker Claw. He is going dual element. I will say that going dual element with Hio is key if you want to consistently hit the damage cap. Even though there's a lower fire imperil, it does increase his damage. Okay, having the 150 amp and going dual element. All right, so let's do that. Yep, should be good there. Okay, so you can see that the damage that the party takes is pretty inconsequential. All right, but now we're going to pass that 75% threshold. We might even pass 50%. It's okay if you don't pass 50% on this turn, but you're definitely going to pass 75%, all right? Which means Elena is going to die. There's a chance like Hio and 2B might die as well. Just be prepared for that, and it's okay if they do. It's not, having Melissa and Sylvie on this party means that no one is ever going to die. All right. Well, I shouldn't say that. It means you're never going to have like a full wipe where like nobody's alive anymore, because Melissa and Sylvie will basically keep everybody alive with re-rays, and Sylvie's of course loaded with blizzard orbs, so she'll always counter everybody back to life. And yeah, so it's a very safe team composition. All right, so on this turn, you're going to do seconds of support on 2B. And 2B is great for this because this does a 60 times LB modifier boost to morale damage. And 2B's LB is a 2-part LB where both parts are morale scaling. So that's 120 times modifier boost to 2B. So definitely give that to her. If you're not bringing 2B, let's say you brought Aya Bria in place of 2B, which is perfectly fine. Aya is a great choice to slot in place of 2B. You might want to give the mod boost to Hio. I guess it depends. If your Aya is EX3, give the mod boost to Aya. If both Aya and Hio are EX2, I'd suggest giving it to Hio. I think he's the stronger unit personally, but maybe it's still better to give it to Aya. I don't know. I don't have her, so you know, whatever. All right, Beast Killer on 2B, Human Killer on 2B. All right, Sylvie is going to do her LB, her Brave Shifted LB. Okay, so that's a mod boost. So what's great about bringing 2B on this party is that Nora does a 50 times mod boost to all LBs. So that's 100 times mod boost to 2B. Melissa gives her a 60 times mod boost, which is a 120. Sylvie gives her a 30 times mod boost, which is a 60 times mod boost. She's got a 60 times mod boost from the Tybus' spirit. So like her LB mod is like 900 something. So she's basically equivalent to an Aya Bria at this point. But of course, you know, if Aya Bria had all these mod boosts, she'd be well above 2B as well. I just love it that 2B is still relevant over a year after she was released. I just love it. Okay, anyways, here's how it's going to work. We're going to do Nora Hio 2B, wait just a fraction of a second, and then send Elena, because Elena is triple bolting strike. All right, so that's the order we're going to go in. Hopefully we do 5 billion or more. Let's see how we do. All right. We might push 50%, which would be fine. 52, that's perfect. All right, that's fine. Ah, of course, I'm gonna roll 4-9. Of course, yep, that's pretty perfect. Yeah. So, anyways, and there you go. Yeah, we had 2B and Hio. That's fine. It's not a big deal. All right. Of course I roll low on the recording. Like I said, I'm not going to go back and record it. On average, you're doing over 5 bill with this team. Okay, so 2B is going to come back. We're going to switch elements now. We're going to switch over to fire for the next burst. All right, so we're going to do Supreme Support, double True Charge. That's just to refill her LB. Nora is going to do Esoteric Flames. We'll do Living for 2 again. Conqueror of Beasts, and Enigma Wave. All right, Hio. Gonna do Blaze Weapon. Okay. We're gonna do Daunting Aura and Breaker Claw Magic. All right, Sylvie's gonna come back. She's gonna do Elemental Vines, Compassionate Knight, and Paladin's Resolve. All right, Elena is going to do Celestial Guard, Benediction, and Sanctuary. Okay. Boppity bop, boppity bop. We're gonna do. What are we doing here? We're gonna do Parasol Shield. We'll do Shelga and Kiraga. Okay, and that should cover us there. I think that should have us all covered. Yeah, okay. All right, so now we have a decent fire imperil. Okay, we're gonna do Nora, All right, we're getting a little close to 51 or to 50. You don't want to push, like, if you don't push 50% on your big burst, then you don't want to push it before your next one, or else he's going to put up that full buff. We could have pushed it on this turn, that would have been fine, but you definitely don't want to push it on the next turn. How does he not have a mag? Okay, that's awesome. Oh yeah, because I guess the brakes were. Oh no, you did still have a mag brake. Okay, yeah. No, that was totally expected actually. Now that I think about it. Okay. Nora does her LB. Hio didn't die, did he? No. Yeah. Okay. So he's still adding fire element. Yep. That's critical. All right. So now we're gonna do SLB on Hio to do Crimson Undermine. Refine Stance. Okay, and we'll do we'll just do Breaker Claw. Okay, Elena is going to do her cover, Barblazaga, and Shelga. Actually, she should do Kiraga. Alright, cover. No. What am I doing? Alright. Benediction. With this power. Kiraga. Yep, that's what I want. Alright, Sylvie's just going to repeat Elemental Vines, Compassionate Knight, Paladin's Resolve. Okay. Go ahead and do Nora's SLB. Oh, that's why, yeah, that's why we want to do Benediction. And then, yeah, double bar Blazaga to help refill Nora. That's what we want. Okay, and then 2B can go. Really don't want to push 50%. Ooh, that was close. Alright, so I want to make sure we don't do any more damage. So I'm going to do Crimson Undermine, Refine Stance, and we'll just do Daunting. How we can do, like, I'll Master the Sword or something, yeah. Something that doesn't deal any damage to the boss. Okay. I'm going to do the Defense and Spirit buff. Okay. Alright, so now, at this point, Elena is really just here to sort of keep everybody alive. Alright? It's okay if she dies. Like, honestly, she can die every turn from here on out, and it's fine. Like, she's a sacrificial lamb. She's just here to take the brunt of the force. Alright, so we're going to do, I've got your back on 2B, make sure she's refilled, and then we'll do Paladin's offense and defense for some LB fill for Nora. We got to get her LB up and running. Alright, now this burst obviously isn't going to be as big as our last one, because we're not using Sylvie's LB with the mod boost and everything, but it should put us well into like, I think, probably around 30% HP. Oh, what am I doing? So obviously he's doing his LB. We also don't have all of our killers lined up, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm not sweating it. Okay. Nora, yeah, Nora's going to do her LB as soon as Melissa can get her up and running. Actually, I might need to use Elena on this one. Alright, because we're going to do Beast Killer on Hio and Human Killer on Hio. I have to do Minutes of Might for the LB damage buff. Now that I think about it. Okay, because we're a little shy on Nora. So I'm going to actually use Elena, because Elena's damage sucks. So I'm just going to use Elena to do Benediction, just to re-up her cover, do a Bar Blizaja, and a... we'll just do... yeah, we'll just do it with this. Or I guess we could just do double. Well, do we need to do double Bar Blizaja? We don't really need to. How about we just do cover, 1 Bar Blizaja to finish filling up Nora, and a Shelga for some, just to maintain our magic mitigations. Alright, Melissa will do the buffs. We'll do an attack and mag buff. Nora's full. Alright, so now it's just Nora Hio 2B. Very, very simple. Hopefully we do like knock 20% off the boss's health. See how we do. Alright, 18%, that's not bad. Probably like 4 billion. Oh my gosh, that was so low. Alright. No worries. We're still gonna get this done in 15 turns without issue. Alright. So here we're just going to do triple RO40 to refill 2B. Alright, we'll do Nora, can do Esoteric Lightning again. So we're going to go Lightning Element, Magic Entrapment, Enthandaga, an Enigmatic Wave. It's hard to say. Alright, Hio. Alright, we need to make sure we do our Breaker Claw for magic. We'll go ahead and do physical too while we're at it. And actually, that's all he really needs to do. He just has to hit the boss on this turn. No big deal. Alright, Elena is just going to do... go ahead and do her LB to maintain all the typed mitigations for the party. Okay. Sylvie's gonna come back. She's gonna do Bolt Egg Basket, Passionate Night, Elemental Vines. Actually, she doesn't need to do Compassionate Night, but we do need to do Bolt Egg Basket, Elemental Vines, Paladin's Resolve. Alright, Melissa is gonna do, she can do Beast Killer on Hio, Human Killer on Hio, and Shared Immunity. Okay, we'll go ahead and just do Defense and Spirit buffs, and Attack and Mag buffs. Okay, and that should be good. Alright, so I'm going to send Elena and then 2B and Hio. Now the boss obviously has buffs up, so the damage is going to be, you know, not the best, but that's alright. And there's Elena taking it like a champ. Taking one for the team, thank you. Okay. So now Elena's just gonna do Benediction. We'll do With This Power and Shelga. Alright, Nora is going to do yeah, we can just hit the boss here. We'll just do triple Enigma and Magic Entrapment. Alright, 2B. So we're going to set up for a big burst we're going to set up for the kill turn on turn 15. So we're just going to kind of take our time and whittle this boss down to a comfortable place where we know we're going to kill on turn 15. Like I said, this boss is not very threatening, so I'm honestly not worried about it. We'll just keep doing this with Sylvie. So an EX2 Melissa would not have her SLB ready on this turn, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use it next turn. And we're going to just do Beast Killer on 2B, Human Killer on Nora, and we'll do a re-raise on Elena. Okay, Hio can just do yeah, he can honestly just keep doing Breaker Claws. Yeah, we're just kind of chipping at the boss here. Not really doing anything too significant. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, so the boss will be open next turn because we haven't passed 35% or 25%. I think it's 25%. Well, actually, we'll find out. If he puts up the buff this turn, yeah. So it is 25% for the next threshold. All right. So yeah, what we can actually do here. All right, so Nora will do her SLB. Okay, Hio. So Melissa's going to use her SLB on Hio this turn. If she was EX3, you could have used it, you know, a turn earlier or whatnot. But I'm going to pretend like she's EX2 because the friend I had said his was EX2. So that's why I'm doing it that way. So SLB on Hio, just to rewind all of his stuff so we can do Crimson Undermine. You can do Crimson Ultimate on this turn and then do Crimson Undermine next turn, just to do a little extra damage if you want. Doesn't really matter. 2B on this turn, we'll do, she's not going to do her LB on this turn. We're going to do that next turn. So what we can do, all right, Helena can do, she'll just do Benediction, Kiraga, and Shelga, I guess. All right, Sylvie, we'll just do her usual Elemental Vines, Paladin's Resolve, Compassionate Knight. Yeah, okay. So I think, yeah, what I usually do on this turn, like I said, I haven't practiced it that much. We'll just do triple RO40 because she changed with herself. Hio, we'll actually want to wait till next turn to do Crimson Undermine anyways, won't we? So let's just do his LB, Crimson Ultima. Okay. He'll cap, it's a one-hit finisher, so we can cap 2B's chain. We'll use Nora first. We'll go ahead and do our buffs. Okay, Elena can go ahead and go. Alright, so I'll send Hio. Wait to make sure that you see the breaks take effect. Alright, so lightning, yep, we're all good there. We've got our imperils looking good. Alright, so I'm going to send Hio. So this is his normal form LB. Alright, just so you know. Okay, 20%, not bad. Alright, so when you see the boss say it's about to overcome its limits, that's where you need to make sure you do an LB on that turn and an LB that deals damage. Lucky for us, 2B is about to do that. So 2B is going to shift to her Brave Shift form and do her Brave Shifted LB for the mod boost. So that's going to hit the boss with an LB. Okay. Sylvie is going to shift and do Marion's Blessing Lightning to start the lightning ramp. And then we'll just do, it doesn't really matter, Clever Paladin Strike, I guess. Nora can come in and do Conqueror of Beasts. We can re-up our magic entrapment, and then yeah, we can do. Tell you what, let's do Conqueror of Beasts, double Enigma, and then magic entrapment. All right. If you had like Magic Boost Plus, you could give that to Nora and have her do Magic Boost Plus this turn, next turn, and then do her LB, so she gets a full mag store. But I'm not going to assume you have it. All right, so let's just do it this way. Crimson Undermine, Refined Stance, and we'll do Breaker Claw Magic. All right, Elena is just going to do, let's do Celestial Guard, Benediction, and Sanctuary, so we have all of our racial mitts. So from this point on, like, the team is basically indestructible because we're going to do Parasol Shield. We'll do yeah, we'll go ahead and do some Beast Killer. We'll just go ahead and throw some killers, even though it's not really going to do much. All right, we're not doing much damage to the boss at this point. We're just kind of chipping away. So yeah, I tell you what, so that we try to get 2B, all of 2B's hits in, let's do double Enigma Wave, Magic Entrapment, Conqueror of Beasts. Keo will then do his Crimson Undermine, Refined Stance, end with a Breaker Claw, and that way 2B should get all of her hits in that way, I think. Yeah? Does that sound right? Okay. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it and see. Alright, we'll go ahead and do Sylvie first so we get our lightning. Elena can go as well. And let's see how we do. Probably do like 2%, right? Yeah, and that's fine. So I think as long as you can get the boss down to like around 15% by turn 15, you should be able to kill this thing with relative ease. Okay, Nora. Yeah, again, if you had a mag store, you could do that here. I'm just gonna do triple Enigma, Magic Entrapment. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna guard Elena. Yeah. All right, we'll do Demon Killer on Hio. Double Clever Paladin Strike to help fill up 2B. Okay. Hio can just do, doesn't need to do anything here, so we're just going to do Breaker, 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 Breaker. Okay, we're just going to do the Beast and Human Killers on Hio again. Do Minutes of Might. Why not? Actually, let me make sure she has re-raise on her, right? Yeah, so she's good. Okay. Okay. I think that should be fine. And 2B should get filled up. And I'll tell you what, let's do Barb Lazaja, just to make sure 2B is filled up here. And then just Benediction. Okay. Alright, we'll do our attack and mag, but we'll save the defense and spirit buffs for next turn because Elena will obviously chain with everybody. So I want her to contribute some damage there. Alright, so let's just do some chain damage. Hopefully get us around 15% if we're lucky. Maybe not even that. 16. Alright, and that's fine. So we should still do, I think, like, we should do close to 3 billion on this burst, which is 20% of the boss's health. Okay, enter the fist. 2B comes back to normal. Okay, brave shifted LB. LB. Alright, Hio's gonna shift. And do his brave shifted LB. His shift animation is like ridiculously long. I don't understand. Okay, we're gonna do seconds of support on 2B again for the mod boost. Beast killer on 2B, human killer on 2B, and we should be good to go. All right, this should knock the boss out with relative ease. I'll do Nora, Hio, 2B, Elena, and this guy should be toast. All right, I think we're solid. Okay, yeah, I think we're good to go here. Yep. All right, let's make sure that we kill the boss here. Oh yeah, that guy's gone. Boom. All right, he was dead before the last hit. So yeah, I think this burst is usually over 3 bill, which, like I said, is 20% of the boss's health. So as long as you're below 20%, you're good. Oh wow, 4 bill. Okay. So that's like 30% right there, right? No, it's like 20, 25 or 26, I think. So yeah. But anyways, there you go. There's your rank 1 clear. 15 turns. I know it's longer than some. I've seen some clears out there that are like 6 turns, like literally just 2 bursts. Yeah, as you can see, I came in just under the damage cap on the burst turn. You know, it is what it is. Obviously, if you don't hit the damage cap on turn 6, you just stop it. You just start over, right? You duck out and you come back and try it again. So Hio obviously leading the pack. 2B doing pretty well for herself. And yeah, there we go. So that wasn't a rank 1 clear, but that is the team that I got a rank 1 with. Typically the burst is over 5 billion, just wasn't this time. All right, so let's take a look at the gear. I'm gonna turn on party elemental resist and party defense and spirit mods so you see what the stats are with those mods turned on. All right, let's start with Melissa. It doesn't really matter, just bulk her up. Lots of spirit, lots of HP, that's all she really needs. So Crimson Furosode is great for support units because it does 200% HP. Fantastic for bulking them up. Mystic Tenacity is the one that does 25% beast and human killer, so that's kind of nice. Melissa's probably not the priority to get this one. She's kind of bulky enough that she doesn't necessarily need it, but you know, you can if you want. Also, you know, if you can give them some ice and earth resist, that helps, because some of the uncoverable attacks are either ice or earth elemental. So that's something to consider. I should have given her Sylvie's basket actually to give her some more earth resist, but as you can see, she didn't really need it. Elena in her normal form is just built pure bulk. Normally her spirit is over 17,000 with this build, but with the defense and spirit mod turned on, it knocks it down to just under 13,000, as you can see. Prophet's Diadem is there for the spirit, also helps with her MP issues. Otherwise, just bulking her up her HP spirit, give her lots of earth and ice resist. Sylvie takes care of the earth buff. She takes care of her own ice buff. Oh my gosh, I didn't even fully. So look at that. You don't even need to fully gear your Elena. I knew I was missing something, right? So there you go. I even left a slot open for you. You can put whatever you want in there. Some more resist, some more HP. Have at it. I did give her this vision card, which is you can get now from a random pull off an NV. If you don't have it though, just give her own vision card. Her damage is really not making or breaking this fight, to be honest with you. So just give her own vision card if you don't have this one. All right, don't worry about it. In her brave shift form, full on damage. You do see that I have geared her fully for killers, so 300 beast, demon, and human. She deals about 400. Between 400 and 500 million on the burst turn, just to give you some idea. So, you know, that, like, without her, we wouldn't be hitting the damage cap. So it is important to gear her brave shift form for that burst turn. But yeah, if you have Ayabria, you might not need it. Aya's a lot stronger than 2B, but yeah, there you go. Hio in his normal form, honestly doesn't matter. I gave him a Blizzard Orb because I thought maybe he would counter away some buffs. All the buffs are undispellable, so it's useless. You can take that off if you want to. You see I've got a slot of him there. He has a Mystic Tenacity as well for the racial mitigations. And I gave him Flaring Ether Rain's Vision card. In his Bracia form, again, full on damage, so Zax's Gloves in place of the Blizzard Orb. All my best Clash gear. Medine Synergies there for the chain ramp speed. And then just full on killers. He's overcapped on Beast Killer because he has Ifrit. And then Demon and Human Killer, full LB damage. We're ready to rock and roll. Alright. Sylvia in a normal form has the Empress's Rod for the turn 1 morale fill. You don't really need it. Like, the morale is not an issue with this team. This team builds so much morale. It's really not an issue. So if you don't have it, don't sweat it. Blizzard Orbs for counters. Crimson Furosode for bulk. Yeah, Perfect Provocation. Not really necessary. You can see I didn't even finish fully gearing her. She does have Melissa's Vision card, which you can get for free in the VC shop. It's better than her own Vision card because it does 400 morale per turn. In her Bracia form, a more typical build with Sylvie's Sword and her basket. And yeah, so just kind of a basic Sylvie build here. All right. If you find for some reason your Sylvie's dying when she's in her normal form, just take the Empress's Rod off and build her like this so she has higher spirit and more HP. Like I said, you don't really need the Empress's Rod, okay? So 2B does have the Dark Visions Katana. She has the rest of the Clash gear. Magister's Ring for Chain Cap boost. I did give her this Cyclopedia Mythica. I don't think it's necessary. This is the new one from the new shop, the new Xenostone shard shop, and it does 50% to Demon, Dragon, Insect, Plant. So obviously that only hits one of the boss's mitigations, but you know, I just threw it on her because I was like, hey, you know what, why not? I don't think it's going to make or break whether or not 2B survived. As you can see, 2B died anyways on the turn after our big burst, so it wasn't really doing anything. So this is totally unnecessary. I just threw it on there because why not? And then yeah, we're just capping up all of her killers here. So 300 Beast, Demon, Human, LB damage, good to go. She's got her own Vision card because she's EX3. Pretty much same thing in her Bracia form, except she's got Tyvus' Spirit in place of that Cyclopedia Preservatory, whatever. But otherwise, pretty much everything. Beast, Demon, Human, LB damage, good to go there. All right. Nora. You know, I geared her as best as I could, but she's still kind of, her damage is kind of meh. But anyway, she's got her STMR, she's got, what's her name, Malphase's STMR for a double fist. We've got Roka's STMR for clothes, Shantota's STMR for a hat. You know, it's high mag gear, as much as I could. I gave her Cyclopedia Mythica too, but honestly, I don't think that matters either. You can take that off, do some like Esper stats or something like that. She does gear very easily for this one. I am missing a little bit of Beast Killer, but Demon and Human are capped, so you could honestly give her a little bit more Beast Killer if you wanted to. And yeah, I gave her the EX3 Elena Vision card there. If you don't have it, just use the best one that you have. All right. And that's it. That's how I got rank 1. I don't know if I'll do another rank 1 team. I did do a test run with a Genesis team using Hio, Genesis, and my Frosty, and was able to do a 12 turn clear with them. So I might try and record that one at some point, but I'm not too stressed about it. There's a crap ton of clears out there. I saw a Reddit post. There's like a dozen with like a dozen different clear teams posted on it. So yeah. Clearly, this one's. There are a lot of different ways to kill this Yeti. So this is just one way you can do it. If it's helpful, great. If not, you know, thank you for following me anyways, and I will see you on the other side.